This new demigod guard build is game breaking for the current meta on 2K25. It gets a 99 midi, unlocking every shooting badge on Legend. It gets a 99 perimeter defense, unlocking every perimeter defensive badge on Legend. And it also gets Legend lightning launch, allowing you to dribble as fast as possible. This build has been deemed unstoppable by everyone in the park community, and it even has me walking off 70 game win streaks on the regular. This is the champion build. Real quick, we're gonna play a game. If you're not subscribed, you have to subscribe if any of the following things apply to you. You have to subscribe if you live in Australia. You have to subscribe if you are currently wearing no socks. You have to subscribe if your first name starts with the letters C, J, or M. And you also have to subscribe if you're currently enrolled in middle school classes. Also subscribe if you just want to see more solo content. Just so you guys know, I've been streaming on Twitch almost every day this year. Twitch.tv/solo_. I'll put a link in the description. You can see me playing wagers, comp pro-am, and just rep grinding to Legend. Come through, drop a follow, and say what's good. What's up, guys? It's Solo back with another video, and today I'll finally be revealing my brand new guard build. I want to explain real quick to you guys why I made this build. Majority of guards in 2K25 have a really high three-point shot. Usually, they have a 99 three-point rating. But after playing in a ton of wagers and figuring out what the true meta is, it's actually not shooting threes. The true meta on 2K25 and what's going to give you the best chance to win is actually shooting middies. NBA2K Lab ran a test on this earlier in the year, proving that with only an 85 midi, you have a 100% make pure green window. So I've realized that it's actually overpowered to have a 99 midi with all Legend shooting badges. Also, when you mix this in with rhythm shooting, it's legitimately unstoppable. If you guys want to see more tests on things like badges, jump shots, dribble moves, and more, you guys can check NBA2KLive.com and sign up with code SOLO to let them know that I sent you, plus a discount on their paid stuff. This build can also dribble really well, but it actually doesn't unlock every single dribble move, and this was done on purpose. With how the RNG is in the game with the shooting, the more you dribble, it really makes it harder for your shots to go in. So the point of this build is to get the ball and get to that open midi as fast as you possibly can. So if you're looking for a build to copy and you just care about winning, then this is probably the build for you. Defensively, this build is an absolute monster, but you guys already know about that from what I explained earlier in the intro. Before I show you exactly how I made this build, we have a quick word from today's sponsor. If Steph Curry scores 1 point tonight, you would win money on Underdog Fantasy if you sign up using code SOLO. Guys, this is my favorite time of year to make picks on Underdog because it is officially the NFL playoffs, and you guys can see all it is higher or lower on player stats. You can mix and match different sports. As you guys can see, I made 8 picks. The more picks you get right, the more money you make. So $20 returned to over $2,000 if all 8 of my picks were correct. When you sign up on Underdog Fantasy, again, make sure you're using code SOLO because you get the Steph Curry free pick, and you'll also get up to $1,000 in bonus credit. Sign up, let's have some fun, but be sure to play responsibly. It is now time to show you guys how to make the best guard build in the game that is made perfectly to dominate the current meta in NBA 2K25. Of course, as you guys may know, they added community builds this year. I had one last year. They once again added my build in the community build section. This build is more for beginners. I also made this back in September, so this is not the build that we're going to be going with today. Of course, we're going to want to create our own. We're going to want to start from scratch. I go with righty, although it doesn't matter. Jersey number, that's all personal preference. Position honestly really doesn't matter, but what does matter is height, weight, and wingspan. If you want to get all the small guard dribble moves and also like Patty Mills, Kevin Porter Jr., all the best jump shot bases in the game, then you got to be 6'4" or under. And if you guys haven't been paying attention this year, the shorter you go, the more attributes you have. That's why we see a lot of people say 5'9" guards are OP, because they get so many attributes. But obviously, the smaller you go, the worse you're going to be on defense. You know, you're just a liability on the court. And I found that the best height for the build that I want to make is going to be 6'2". At this height, we're still going to be able to play really good defense. Now, I like having my wingspan pretty high, but I'm going to lower it because we want to get all Legend shooting badges, and we're going to want to get that 99 mid-range shot, which I'll show you guys in a second. It's literally insane. I mean, you probably already saw by the intro. So we're going to go with a 6'4" wingspan, and honestly, in 2K25, you can play pretty good D with a lower wingspan. It's actually pretty surprising. And then this is very important. Make sure that the weight is 195. This allows you to get a 99 perimeter defense. As you guys can see, if it's any lower, you will not be able to get 99. Now it's time for the most important part of the build. We have the attribute screen, and I just want to tell you guys, I took a while creating this build. I talked to a lot of the best players in the game, and literally every single attribute was calculated on this build to get the most out of the attributes, to get the most out of the badges, the animations, everything. First things first, we're going to be upgrading our mid-range shot. Right now in 2K25, the meta, if you go ahead and watch all the best players, I actually just uploaded a huge wager video where I wagered 6 of the best twos teams in the world. People don't love watching it because it's, you know, kind of weird, but fading middies, that is the meta right now. That's going to give you the best chances of winning, you know, on the game. All my builds are really high with a 3-point shot, but I wanted to make a build that goes really crazy with the middies. So we're gonna go with a 94 mid-range shot, but I have 13 cap breakers right now. It is now season 4 and I have 13 cap breakers. It's crazy. You can make a lot of crazy builds with these cap breakers. And so I'm putting 5 onto my mid-range, which will give us a 99 mid-range. And I'll just upgrade it in the builder so you guys can see what the badges would look like. We have Legend Deadeye. That's crazy. Legend Mini Marksman. Insane. Legend Set Shot Specialist, and Legend Shifty Shooter. This makes us just be an insane shooter. It makes those middies even more OP, especially if you want to rhythm shoot. I mean, it just gets even crazier. As you guys know, there's a boost to rhythm shooting. There's a boost to using no shot meter. There's a lot of tips. I talk about them all in my jump shot video. I'll link that in the description. And real quick, if this is like the first 2K video you're clicking on this year, you're a complete beginner and you don't know what cap breakers are, you can earn them through playing the game a lot, you know, in the rep system or in the season pass. Next up, we're going to up our 3-pointer to a 91. Now, I do want to get as high of a 3-pointer as possible. Of course, it helps, especially if you're going to play stage pro-am or some of the harder difficulty modes like Proving Grounds. You still want this pretty high. And again, I have a lot of cap breakers, so I'm going to put 2 of those cap breakers on a 3-point. And as you guys can see, our limitless range is silver right now. That is going to go to gold. So we're going to have all the shooting badges legend. And then as far as our 3-pointer goes, our limitless range is going to be on gold, which is more than enough, especially when we're just going to be straight up hunting middies on this build. Next up, let's do our defense because this build is unreal defensively. So starting off, we are going to have a 96 steal, which is crazy. Look at this. Hall of Fame glove, Hall of Fame interceptor. And you guys know, if you've been watching my channel, I'm a crazy defender. I'm a lockdown, you know what I'm saying? So on this 6'2 guard, I get crazy plucks, and you guys will too with Hall of Fame glove if you are copying me and you're making this build yourself. And then as you saw before when we were doing our physicals with our wingspan, our weight, whatever, our perimeter defense is going to be a 99. Now, we are going to use cap breakers. So we're going to go to a 94 and then put +5 cap breakers on our perimeter defense. So right now we are putting 5 cap breakers on perimeter D. We're going to put 3 on 3-pointers. So we're going to have a 94 3-pointer, and then we're going to put the other 5 on midi. So 99 midi, 94 3, and a 99 perimeter defense, which will make all of these badges legend. Challenger legend, on-ball menace legend, pick dodger legend. I mean, it's crazy. Like, we're insane defensively, and then also with our steel badges, Hall of Fame glove, Hall of Fame interceptor. But then offensively, everything's like this build gets so many legend badges, it's actually crazy. And we're gonna go down and we're gonna max out our block at a 60. We're gonna go to our interior defense and we're gonna put this up to a 65. Next up, we have our playmaking, and this is one of the most controversial parts of the build that I already know a lot of you guys are gonna disagree with, but I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna put our speed of ball up to a 91. That is not the controversial part, right? That's pretty, you know, basic. That's pretty meta. We have lightning launch on Hall of Fame, as you guys can see on the right, but we're going to use our max +1 badge perk to get that up to legend. So once again, another legend badge added into the arsenal. We're going to be moving very fast offensively with lightning launch. But the thing is, I'm going to be keeping my ball handle at an 86. Now, when you look around YouTube and you look at other guard builds, a lot of them are going to have either a 95 ball handle or they're going to have a 92 ball handle. Not a lot of people go with 86, or even some people go with 84. That's very rare. But I'm telling you, and again, if you watched my last video where we did a bunch of twos wagers, most people don't dribble too crazy. They don't have to, because in this game with the RNG, the more you dribble, the more stamina you burn. It's just, the shots are just not going to fall. The RNG just gets stronger, and the meta right now, like when you really simplify the game and just want to get buckets, you don't want to dribble a lot. That's just what it is. You just want to catch the ball, get to your midi. And again, we have a 99 midi on this build, so we're going to get the ball, you know, maybe hit a move or two, but we want to shoot off that dimer too. You know, you can shoot off the catch and shoot. And I'm assuming you're playing with a center that has dimer. At least I always do. I always play with a center with a high pass accuracy that has dimer. You're either going to shoot it right away off the catch, or you're going to hit a quick move literally within 1-2 seconds get a shot off, right? I'll put my dribble tutorial and all the best dribble moves also in the description if you guys need that video, but I don't think I mentioned it in the video. You guys want to put on signature size up Jordan Poole if you are going to make this build and have a lower ball handle. And again, last thing I'm gonna say about the ball handle being low is, you know, you talk about a lot of the best twos players in the world. Again, they're pretty much all featured in my last video, and they don't over dribble. They simplify the game. They just go straight for the midi fade, or they just go straight for the three. They're not going around dribbling the ball for 20 seconds, you know, dribbling the air out of the ball. That is just not the meta on this game. Something I will add about this though is this goes crazy on the twos and the threes. Now, if you're gonna play like comp pro-am, now if you're just playing basic pro-am, you know, ranked or even just rec, this is still fine. If you're gonna play comp pro-am, you'd probably want to get Steve Francis. I didn't even mean to do that, but you'd probably want to get Steve Francis. You'd probably want to get that 95 ball handle. But for just park and stuff like that, I'm telling you, this is fire. Next up, let's do our physicals. Our speed is going to be an 88 and our agility is going to be going up to a 92, which is needed to get shifty shooter. Actually, no, you only need an 82 for shifty shooter on legend, but some of these other badges, I believe it is pick dodger legend, you need a 92 agility, also on ball menace. You know, some of these badges that are going to be way higher up once we do apply our cap breakers, you need the agility to get these badges on Hall of Fame and legend. Now, you guys see in the top left corner, we're pretty much done with the build. There's like a sliver left. We're a 98 out of 99 overall. You know, I would like some more speed on this build, but you guys see we can't really get much. But what we can get, and we can kind of finesse this, is strength. Look, it's a 54 right now, but we could put this all the way up to a 73, max out our strength, and then bang, we have bronze physical finisher, gold strong handle, and bronze immovable enforcer. I will take it. You know, that's definitely better than just putting on one speed or getting an offensive rebound or something like that, right? Also, make sure your pass accuracy is a 61. I did not realize that that was upgraded, but with these last attributes, we're going to put them on D board to get rebound chaser, which is just a quick little, you know, badge we can grab. Of course, you don't want to be, you know, upgrading your rebounding too crazy on a little 6'2 guard, but if we can get a badge, I will take that. And then with the last attributes, we're putting that onto O board, and bang, here we have it. And if you are skipping to this part of the video, let me recap and explain this build, because we do have a ton of cap breakers. We have 13 cap breakers right now that we are using on this build. Let me tell you where I put them. Also, make sure to sub up. It took me, you know, days to create this build, and I think it is the best build, especially for the current meta right now in 2K25. So I have 13 cap breakers, right? So we're putting 5 onto mid-range shot. We're gonna have a 99 midi with all legend shooting badges. All of these, Deadeye, mini marksman, set shot specialist, and shifty shooter are gonna be legend. Next up, we're gonna use 3 cap breakers on our 3-pointer, which will give us gold limitless range. And then we're gonna use our last 5 cap breakers on perimeter defense to give us a 99 perimeter defense. All of these badges, actually not all of them, because immovable enforcer won't be, but challenger, legend, on ball menace, legend, pick dodger, legend. Our defense is unreal. We also have Hall of Fame glove, Hall of Fame interceptor. This build defensively and offensively is unreal. And I know this build looks a little bit weird. It looks a little bit unconventional, but I'm telling you, if you want to play the current meta, again, watch my last video. It's an hour long with 6 different twos wagers. You will see why this build works. Especially if you're going to play a lot of twos, this is the build for you. You don't need pass. Actually, play with an inside center that's going to set you screens, grab the boards, have, you know, a high ass pass accuracy so that he has dimer. You also don't need a dunk. The dunk meter is just not good this year. And also, you're just not going to the paint when you have a 99 midi. Go around the screen, shoot that midi, I'm telling you. Or you also have a really high 3-pointer on this build. That is just what I go to, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason to go in the paint. And again, I know this sounds dumb to some of you guys, but I'm telling you, watch my last video with the wagers and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This build is exactly what you want if you want to just dominate and never lose on the 2s court or the 3s court, whatever you guys want to play on. Now, as far as the takeovers go, you guys can see in the top right corner, this build gets a ton of takeovers. If you guys want to pause the video and see the attribute boost in the bottom right corner for each of these, you guys can, but it gets dribble wizard. I'm actually not going to read them because there's just so many, but you guys can see there's like, I don't even know, close to 20 different takeovers. The one that I recommend you guys use is going to be satellite, which gives you the deep bomber takeover ability, which allows you to shoot from the literal parking lot. You guys saw me doing that in the intro. And at level 5, you have +7 to your midi, +7 to your three-pointer. So we will also have a 99 three-pointer with our 99 midi when we have takeover, and a +7 speed. So our speed is also going to be way higher at a 95. Also, I know what some of you guys are thinking, Solo, I want to make this build, but I don't have 13 cap breakers. Well, I got you guys, because I'm gonna show you different variations of this build literally in a second right after this, depending on how many cap breakers you have. But I just wanted to show you how crazy this build really is with all the cap breakers that I have. All right, so now let's see what the shades are gonna be and what the build is gonna be called. The shades are not really crazy at all. Kirk Heinrich, Jose Alvarado, TJ McConnell, you know, a bunch of gritty players. Actually 3 of the grittiest players low-key in NBA history. And it's gonna say you have built a two-way sharpshooting creator. You know, I'm not a big guy into the shades of or the names, you know, as long as the build is crazy and it gets the job done, and you know, we could have a 95 win percentage, I'm cool with it. Okay, so if you have about 5 cap breakers, or you got 6, 7, 8, something like that, you know, you hit starter 3, you got the first set of cap breakers, this is the build that I would recommend to you guys. Now I'm gonna make some changes. You know, I'm starting off with the build that I have with the 13 cap breakers, so let's make some changes. First off, we're gonna bring our agility down, our speed down to 87, agility down to 85. Obviously this build's not going to be as good. You guys don't have as many cap breakers as I have. So next up, we're going to bring our strength down to a 60. We're still going to get badges like physical finisher and strong handle. Vertical is going to be brought down 1 to a 57. We're also going to take off rebound chaser, but I'm sure, you know, if you guys want that, there's going to be certain ways to tweak the build to your liking. Next up, we're going to max out our interior defense at a 70. We're going to put our perimeter defense up to a 95. Now, because we don't have as many cap breakers, and I'm going to say that we have 5, because a lot of you guys will have 5 cap breakers. Maybe some of you have 6, 7, you know, you could, you know, tweak the build to your liking, but let's just say we got 5 cap breakers, right? I'd put 1 on perimeter defense. I would like to get 2 though, to get 97 for that pick dodger on Hall of Fame. But for this build, we're going to go with 1, get that on ball menace Hall of Fame. If you have 6 cap breakers or 7 or something like that, you could put 2 on here and you could get pick dodger as well. But for this build, for this video, we're gonna go +1 to perimeter with our cap breaker, so we're gonna have 96. Then with our shooting, we're gonna put our mid-range shot to a 95, and we're gonna put +4 on midi. So we're gonna have all of the legend shooting badges: Deadeye, Mini Marksman, Set Shot Specialist, and Shifty Shooter. And then our three-pointer is going to be a 93. We're gonna get that gold limitless range. Then we're gonna put 1 on free throw, and we're gonna put 2 on standing dunk, and bang. This is what I would do if I was only a starter 3 rep and I only had, you know, 5 cap breakers, 6 cap breakers, 7, something like that. I would put 4 of my cap breakers on mid-range, and I would put 1 on perimeter. Now, if you guys do have a few more cap breakers, then put them on perimeter. Try to get a 99 perimeter if you can. 97 is also really good. And then if you have even more, you could throw them on three-pointer. But I would say midi and perimeter are the main ones that you guys want. But also, if you do have like 10 cap breakers, your veteran 2, something like that, make sure to look out for your agility, because you got to make sure agility is high enough to get all these badges on legend. Same thing with the takeovers. This build pretty much gets all of the same ones. It gets like 16 or something like that. And I would also recommend that you use satellite, which at level 5, of course, gives you +7 to your three-pointer, which would give it 99 midi, 99 three-pointer, and then also your speed would be like 94. The shades of this build are the same as the shades of my build: Kirk Heinrich, Jose Alvarado, TJ McConnell, and the build name is going to be the same as my build: two-way sharpshooting creator. Hey, real quick, subscribe if you guys are still watching. But if you are a complete beginner and you have no cap breakers and you're looking for a starter build, you know, you're a rookie 1, you're looking for a new build, maybe you're a rookie 4, something like that, this is what I would do. So we're gonna go 86 speed, 82 agility. And again, if you watched the video and you saw the other builds I was showing, obviously those builds are gonna be better because they have way more cap breakers. But we're going to be lowering, okay, not that low. We're going to go to a 52 on that. O-board is going to be 27. And then we're going to go 92 on the perimeter defense, which gives us gold challenger, gold on ball menace, gold pick dodge. We're going to play really good defense with a 96 steal for Hall of Fame glove, Hall of Fame interceptor. Our dribbling is going to be the exact same: 61 pass accuracy, 86 ball handle, 91 speed with ball. Whenever you do get your badge perk, put your max +1 on lightning launch. You get legend lightning launch. And with our shooting, we're actually going to get a 97 mid-range shot, and you guys can see the badges: Hall of Fame Deadeye, Hall of Fame Mini Marksman, Hall of Fame Set Shot Specialist, and Hall of Fame shifty shooter. Again, we don't have any cap breakers to work with, so we're not going to get the 99 midi, but all of these Hall of Fame badges and a 97 midi, that will be more than enough. We're still going to be smacking pretty much all of our midis with that. We're going to have a 93 3-pointer as well, which is more than enough. And then we're going to put our free throw up to a 75. And this is the build that I would do if it was my first day on the game and I was looking for a meta guard build to just run the park with. Also, and I probably should have said this earlier, but if you want the best jump shots, the best fades, all that, the best dribble moves to go along with this build, I'll link those videos in the description. Same thing with this build though. It gets a lot of takeovers, and I would still again recommend using satellite takeover for that deep bomber takeover ability. And the shades of this build, we have Kirk Heinrich, TJ McConnell, and you guessed it, Jose Alvarado, the same 3 players as the other build, and the name is a two-way sharpshooting creator just like the other build. If you're still watching this video, click the red subscribe button, please. We are almost at 800,000 subscribers, and I need you to sub up if we want to get there. And if you enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy the video popping up your screen right now even more. So go ahead, click it.